Hi guys, good day to everyone. My name is Miguel Ferdinand Co, an AA student of UP Open University. In this presentation, I would attempt to answer the question, who should be credited with the most significant contribution to photography? Daguerre, Bayard, or Talbot? To answer this question would require an understanding of early photographic process. Photographic process is just a technique on how to record an image captured by light to a permanent medium. There are two photographic processes, namely the direct positive process and the negative positive process. The former only produces one unique photograph at a time, while the latter could produce multiple photographic prints from a negative. The term photography in Greek means light drawing. Light drawing provided alternative to paintings in making portrait of an individual. Painting is somewhat subjective, while light drawing creates a more objective portrait of an individual. What was the problem with light drawing at that time? Before photography as it is known today, people would trace shadows to form a portrait of an image. The challenge then is how to transform big shadow into smaller one. Many tools were explored and used, one of which is camera obscura. Camera obscura means dark room. Letting a light to come in through a small hole would produce an inverted image. Since the discovery of camera obscura, a number of people had done numerous experiments. They struggled to find different ways on how to capture a real-life permanent image. Many had tried but failed to make captured image last. Not until the second quarter of the 19th century when early photographic processes were introduced by three personalities, namely Louis Jacquemin de Daguerre, Hippolyte Bayard, and William Henry Fox Talbot. What are the contributions of each photographic process? On the daguerreotype process, namely after its inventor, Louis Daguerre, in collaboration with Joseph Nicephore Niepce. The daguerreotype is the first commercially successful photographic process in the 1830s. Daguerreotype used silvered copper plate to capture unique positive image. To create a daguerreotype, a copper plate coated with silver iodide is exposed to light in a camera obscura, then to be fumed with mercury vapor and fixed by a solution of common salt. A permanent image will then be formed. The daguerreotype is considered to be the first publicly known direct positive process. A great number of daguerreotypes, especially portraits, were made in the mid-19th century. While Daguerre in France was making images in silver iodide on metal plates, Talbot was also working in England independently, making images with silver chloride on paper. Talbot called it calotype process. Others called it as Talbotype. In calotype process, a sheet of paper coated with silver chloride is exposed to light in a camera obscura. Those areas hit by light becomes dark in tone, yet an image called as negative. With the use of a chemical called gallic acid, this negative image could be developed to produce a number of positive images by simple contact printing upon another piece of sensitized paper. This paved the way for the groundbreaking development of negative to positive process. The third process is the process introduced by Hippolyte Bayard. Due to his unnamed process, I will call it the Bayard type process. His process is a hybrid of daguerreotype and calotype, that is, a direct positive process on paper. His process is unnamed or unknown because Bayard was a victim of political favoritism at that time. Going back to the question, who should be credited with the most significant contribution to photography. Following this table, comparing the three photographic processes, I would argue that Hippolyte Bayard should be credited with the most significant contribution to photography. While his process is classified as the direct positive process, he was able to demonstrate prior to the daguerreotype announcement that it was possible to capture an image on paper. Moreover, Bayard is not only an inventor-experimenter but also an artist. To protest against the injustice that is suffered under the hands of powerful politician François Arago, who was then the chair of Academy of Sciences in France, Bayard took a self-portrait depicting himself as an unidentified man, the Paris Moor who took his own life. He was the first person to do this self-portrait, otherwise known as selfie today. This image is not only the first stage photo, it is also an early example of photography depicting something non-literal and symbolic, laying the groundwork for the medium to be used as a form of creative expression. A photograph does not always show the truth, which we term as fake news today. Gifted with long life, he had several achievements in his career. In June 1839, Bayard held a photo exhibition, becoming the first photographer to show his work in public. He became a founding member of the French Society of Photography, and he traveled throughout France to photograph architectural monuments at the request of the Historic Monument Commission.